Well, the sun's shining like right on you.
Can't see.
You can't see? Oh, okay. Well, welcome to day 4. Do you want to move?
Can't see it.
Okay, let's move. Ready yet?
No.
Oh, so if you can hear that bird, woo! No, it's gonna be important later. So we're at the almost the end of day 4. What time is it? 5:40. Okay, so from 6 to 6:30 we have our scheduled time to enjoy the sunset, and then 6:30 we have dinner, and then we're pretty much just have free time the rest of the day. We had our first treatment earlier in the morning, so we basically got up and went and walked on the beach, and didn't do the morning yoga class because we had a personal yoga class at 2 or 2:15 in the afternoon, and then we had our morning treatment at 9 a.m. and then we had the doctor's consultation at like 3:30, and then we had a yoga class that was like a group yoga class at 4:30 that we just finished up. So we've got a list of things that we're going to quickly cover with you, and then we're going to also probably make another video and do a walkthrough of the property to kind of show you where things are, since I think we'll have some time today. But that will be a separate video because I'm having difficulty uploading. 10 minutes is taking a while for it to upload, but it's okay. We're dealing with it. So one of the things I wanted to tell you all about is that, so thankfully, if anybody that has eaten with me knows that, oh, it didn't freak out that I did put the SD card back in there. Okay, I just had that realization. All right, I did that yesterday. I tried to record and didn't have the SD card, and anyway, I think we're good. It's working. It did give me an error message. Sidetracked. Anybody that's eaten with me and Emily know that we like to try the food that's on the table. Doesn't matter if it's our food or not, but we like to try the food that's on the table. So I knew coming here that would potentially be a problem, because if they gave her something that I wasn't supposed to have and gave me something that she wasn't supposed to have, but then it looked good to either one of us, and we're still gonna want to try it. They might have to sit us at opposite ends of the restaurant. But luckily that hasn't been the case, and they've been giving us the same thing, so we haven't had that problem. We don't have to try the other person's food because we see it's the same thing. And we've also noticed that because they have a little menu board when you come in to basically tell you what's being served, and most of the time it looks like there's maybe 1 or 2 items on the menu board that we're actually able to eat, and the rest of it they're making specially for us, catering to us being gluten-free because of celiac, and also trying to limit the items that are on our allergy listing right now while we're going through treatments. But this morning we're real excited because we had a lightly fried, maybe not fried, maybe pan fried plantain with a quinoa dosa and honey. Oh my god, the honey this morning was freaking delicious. I took everything within me not to just drink the honey. But I was like, oh, and so before they served that, they served us a plate of fruit. We had a plum, dragon fruit, cantaloupe, and then fruit juice that was pineapple and watermelon. Oh, and you want to explain how the fruit is? Because remember we talked about
Yeah. So the fruit is not, it's just ripe, but it's not quite ripe enough where typically back home when we eat it, where it's at its peak sweetness.
Yeah.
It's just very slightly sweet. And the dragon fruit today didn't even really have that much of a taste at all. But the plum was a lot riper than the plum we had yesterday, and so it was delicious.
Yeah, super sweet. However, since I've been reading the little book that they gave us about, like, listing out all the different treatments and what we need to do and not do, and some of the, like, preparations for those treatments, one of the treatments that the doctor already had said, like, even on the first day, was that we're probably going to have induced vomiting, okay? And while I was reading that the other day, the about the treatments the other day, I noticed that one of the things that is, like, a preparation for the vomiting treatment is that you get to eat sweet things. So I saw the honey, I was excited, and then also slightly terrified at the same time, because I'm like, oh, this means that this isn't going to stay with me for very long. But luckily, the doctor at the consultation today did not mention the vomiting thing yet. So we'll just... Oh, actually, now that I think about it, the doctor didn't say anything. They didn't say... Right? Yeah.
Because I think we're supposed to have the same treatments.
Yeah, but the other days...
just changed.
The other days, they were saying, we're going to keep the same treatment, or we're going to change the treatment. They didn't say anything.
We also had a bunch of questions. So.
Yeah. Only a whole page worth. You know, I'm trying to make sure we're learning everything and doing everything properly.
Guess we'll find out tomorrow. Or we'll find out tonight if we get dessert with dinner, right? Or is that the day of vomiting?
Yeah, no. It's
day
with.
Before?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
I have
maybe
to do
after
an
dinner.
update after dinner.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So, talked about that. Oh, you want to talk about our walk on the beach this morning?
So we went for a walk on the beach this morning. We walked
the first
for
time.
a while. We saw a dog, and they told us we're not allowed to pet any of the wild dogs or cats on the beach. So we did not get closer to the dog because I would try to pet it. But on the beach, there are, like, some holes, like, penny size, some are, like, a quarter size, and then some of them are literally, like, I don't know, baseball sized, pretty much. Holes that are, like, tunnels.
Yeah, like something lives in it.
Like, I don't know, my mind goes to a snake immediately. That's always, I see a hole, I'm thinking snake, and I gotta go. But we asked the security guards, and they said it was just crabs.
Yeah, so we were like, crisis averted, because we had started to kind of having a mild panic attack. We're like, if a snake comes out of this hole.
Because, like, the little
There's
holes,
a bunch of
we were
holes.
like, this is a little sketchy, but it's alright. But then we saw the really big holes. We were like, this is not...
That's not the vibe.
Work.
Yeah. Oh, and the weather. How's the weather?
Right now it's pretty pleasant. Not too bad, but typically it got really hot, pretty hot today. But it's definitely not nearly as hot as Texas during the summer, so we're doing okay.
Yeah.
But it is kind of humid, but not like...
It's not Houston humid.
Yeah.
Or not even home humid,
Not
really.
even, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I guess...
there is humidity.
Yeah.
My hair is not having it.
But we'll have to see how it is, in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. With how long we're staying, I'm not sure if we might get to see some of the summer. But I thought on their description that it's supposed to only get into the 90s.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll be okay.
And then they changed my treatments today. They now, like, lay towels over my back that have some sort of medication on them. And they, like, did that for about 15 minutes, and so, like, swapping out these hot towels about every 5 minutes. And then they did a full body oil massage. And then they did my nasal treatment where they had me lay back and they do a face massage, and then they do nasal drops. Then have me get off the table and do a humidifier with a towel over my head. And then they light, like, this cigar thing. And I asked the girls today what it's made out of, and she said it's made out of ghee, medicinal herbs, and then something else that I had never heard of before. And so they light that thing on fire.
So it looks like a cigar, but it's not a cigar.
So light it on fire, let it burn for a little bit, then they blow it out, and then they have this like paper cone thing that they shove up my nose, close this side, stick it up there, and I'm supposed to breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth, do that like 3 to 5 times on one side, and then they do it on the other side, and then they have me do it through both, and then I get to gargle salt water.
Oh, and you need to talk about the thing on your back.
Yeah. At the end of my treatment, they like put this paste on my back that kind of burns. I don't know.
You tell me that it burns.
Yeah, I told you that before.
Oh, well.
It burns for the first few minutes, and then it like stops, and then they put like a black paste on top of that, and then they tie like this towel thing.
It's not really a towel. It's more like some sort of cloth. Yeah.
That they tie around me, and then they just have me put on my gown and put cotton balls in my ears, and I have to leave the cotton balls in for 2 hours after treatment and not be in the AC or have the air conditioning running or fan running.
Yeah, or be exposed to too much wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. To help protect her senses. Oh, and so when we